March 24, 2018 at 2:02 p.m. Syrian rebels left one besieged enclave on Friday and agreed to abandon another, leaving only the city of Douma still in insurgent hands in eastern Ghouta after a month-long army assault to drive them from the stronghold near Damascus, reports Reuters. It brings President Bashar al-Assad to the cusp of his biggest victory over the rebels since driving them from Aleppo in December 2016, though they remain entrenched in areas of northwestern and southwestern Syria. The offensive to capture the towns and villages on the outskirts of the capital, which began on February 18 with a massive bombardment, has brought 90% of eastern Ghouta back under government control. More than 1,600 people have been killed, a war monitor said. Syrian army soldiers fired tracer bullets into the night air in celebration on Friday as the last groups of rebels in the town of Ghouta boarded buses for opposition territory in the northwest along with family members. They had agreed to surrender the town in return for safe passage out and a pardon for civilians who chose to remain there as the government took back control. The government's assault, backed by Russia, was one of the fiercest of the 7-year-old war and was carried out in defiance of international pleas to halt and honor a ceasefire. At the start of the offensive, the United Nations estimated 400,000 people were trapped inside the besieged area without access to food or medicine. Syrian state television broadcast the departure of rebels and their families. From behind a half-drawn curtain, a woman in a headscarf could be seen gazing out through a spiderweb of bullet holes and cracks in the window of a bus as it prepared to carry her to exile. A Reuters witness near where the buses were gathering said some men had disembarked to pray while women and children walked nearby. Meanwhile, rebels in a second pocket around the towns of Arban, Jobar, Zamalka and Ain Terma said they had also agreed to leave for the northwest with their families and any other civilians who did not wish to come back under Assad's rule. People who wished to stay on would not face prosecution, said Wael Alwan, spokesman for the Falak al-Rahman group there, adding that the group would also release captured government soldiers. About 7,000 people would depart in the deal starting on Saturday morning, including fighters carrying light weapons, state TV reported. But bombs still fell on Friday on the besieged city of Douma, from which thousands of people have fled into government territory in recent days. Once insurgents complete their agreed withdrawals from the other areas, it will stand as the last battered and besieged rebel zone in eastern Ghouta, itself the opposition's last major bastion near the capital.